just going back, you mentioned something really briefly about sometimes when staff maybe don't totally get through a give them five conversation, or maybe they trip up somewhere as we're growing skill. You said, I have a context though to go back to have that conversation. And I think I have seen, just myself in my own building, but all really across the nation, when you're having those conversations with a context, and there's a shared language and a common language that you're using, those conversations are a lot easier, as opposed to, the old way of doing things where we're just questioning each other's practices and there's inconsistencies and those types of things. And so just as a building leader, how has that impacted your life of working with staff, of having that common language, and having a way that we're all speaking the same thing when we have to address, sometimes when we don't do it so well in the classroom?
Right. Well, so especially over the last 2.5 years, we've just been stretched to our limits, and I think teachers fairly believe like they're sometimes being forgotten. We've been focused on taking care of students, or we're taking care of parents who have to drop their kids off, and teachers get taken for granted. And so the one thing I like about instituting this program is every teacher in the middle school knows that I'm trying to do something that will help them out and make their professional life easier. And there are several moments in the training where you even bring up, like, how many of you like wake up thinking about a kid or a specific class group of kids that you're having a hard time managing, and then how many times do those kids wake up thinking about you? And so the ultimate goal is to ease the burden for everyone. And so at least when I'm having that conversation with an adult who didn't do it quite the right way, there's at least like, this is here to make your life easier. And so that's why I'm trying to help you with it. And quite honestly, the goal of RCD is the same as my goal, which is growth and improvement. Carol Dweck mindsets, like, and so you didn't do it perfectly this time. Let's have a conversation about where the breakdown was and where the opportunity is and how do you fix it. And so it's not even a judgmental conversation. I'm not going in and be like, Kevin, you screwed up. And now you blew it. Because then that just fractures my relationship with you, and you're just mad at me. And I've given you the exit to responsibility. And so, and yes, if you are an assistant principal or a dean or whatever, someone's going to RCD you when you make a mistake, and you're going to have to own your responsibility. And that's, it's a program that adults should model. If someone does lose their temper in front of other students on a kid, like, they need to go back and fix it. And it might just be the next class period that you have that group. Like, I had a bad day yesterday. It's not an excuse. I lost my temper. I'm sorry that it happened. Like, kids need to see that. But the whole idea is continuous growth, continuous improvement. I'm 51. I'm an adult, but I'm not a finished product. I make mistakes. I don't do the system perfectly. I've been through the training twice. I still don't, like, in the moment, sometimes I don't go back and really connect it to the core value that I want it to be connected to. That's okay. We're all learning and growing, and that's, as long as the adults remember it, then it keeps getting better.
Absolutely. And I love what you said. We would never shortcut the learning or growth opportunities when it comes to academics. Why would we do the same thing when it comes to social emotional learning and behavior? So
right.